Hey, party people, Kuro here, and I heard you like Rangeplar. Well, that's a crazy coincidence because it just so happens that I do too. I've been playing mine basically non-stop since I picked the game back up about a month ago, and that being said, I've collected a handful of solo PvP clips that I thought maybe you guys might want to see. Me rocking my brand new build here, which you can find on the channel if you're interested in giving it a go. It's got everything you might want. It's got speed, healing, huge burst, and most importantly, it is a ton of fun. If you like stuff like this and want to see more, why not hit that subscribe button? And if you really like stuff like this and want to support the channel huge, why not consider becoming a YouTube channel member like these sexy people here and get some perks out of it? Anyway, that's enough yapping. Let's get to the slapping. Let's get into these clips, shall we? So coming into the first clip, me and a fellow green bar yellow are approaching Sejanus here, which is being attacked. We're going to go ahead and take out the level 28. Just put him down real quick. I feel bad for him. He must be a beginner, but it is what it is. Find another lobby there, level 44. Going to go ahead and just remove him. He's got some CP behind him, I think, because he does a pretty good job staying alive, but nothing a 12k in cap can't fix. Now, this last guy is going to do a much more admirable job staying in the fight, but unfortunately for him, he is getting 2v1'd, and I got a spec bow ready for next day delivery right to his noggin. There it goes, and he has been removed from the equation. Now, coming around the corner, we're trying to see what's going on here, scope out the scene a little bit, and there's about 12. I mean, it's about 10 or 12 people. I don't like that, really, because, I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that fucking good, so we're going to back up a little bit. We're going to try to bring some of them to us and see if we can make the fight a little bit more even here. Go ahead and in-cap this guy. Almost get him with the spec bow, but he does get a good dodge there. I'm very sad about this. I'm very sad. I'm still reflecting on that missed spec bow to this day. Anyway, ganker out of stealth on my pal here. Does about 12 damage. Not sure what was going on there. Must be a bad day in Cyrodiil for the ganker, but moving on. Doing some damage to this fellow when a bunch more dudes come around the corner here, and at this point, I'm out of there. I am going to go ahead and just leave for a moment, reposition, get on the legs, and skedaddle. Unfortunately, my pal does not realize it is skedaddle in time, and he is going to go ahead and fall in battle. Very sad. I'm, again, reflecting on it till this day. Now, a few of them have decided they are going to chase me down. Some of them are quicker than others, which can be a good thing sometimes, but other times it means that you're going to be the first one to catch an in-cap, then a spec bow, and get deleted from the server. This guy comes around the corner, absolutely confused and bewildered, doesn't move for a moment, catches a javelin, followed by a couple of crushing shocks, and is also deleted. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get behind these rocks here, because there's a bunch of fellas in the open field, and that's not where I want to fight them. The great thing about these rocks here is that anybody above is going to have a very hard time actually targeting you with ranged attacks, and of course melee is not going to work from up there, so it's a really good defensive position. Gives us plenty of time to go offensive on this guy, but the Nightblade is going to appear at the last second, and he may not have done any damage to my friend earlier, but I don't know what he might be able to do to me. I'm a little bit squishy on this build, so we're going to play it safe, stay down low, keep a tree between us and the bad guys, rebuff, reheal, all that good stuff, and look for an opening to engage on any of these targets. Now this guy seems to misplace himself just a little bit while the other guys aren't putting much pressure onto me, so I'm going to come in close here with the in-cap, interrupt him with a crushing shock, toss him a spec bow, back up, get behind the tree again, finish him off with some crushing shocks, and then move on to the Nightblade here, who came out of stealth, catches a javelin to interrupt him, and now, not one, but 2 beams. If I had a nickel for everyone beaming me in this clip right now, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't very many nickels, but it's annoying that it's happening twice. Catch the Nightblade there with a javelin into the crushing shock spam, finish him off, and now it is time to move on to these last 2 targets. Now this guy is going to go ahead and dodge the spec bow, which is upsetting, but I will heal from this eventually. We're going to go ahead and focus on the Templar instead, because he's not buffed, he doesn't heal himself, doesn't seem to be doing much of anything, so going to go ahead and put a bunch of crushing shocks into him. Big in-cap there, he's low health. Third target arrives, going to go ahead and rebuff. Finish this guy off with a light attack, because again, he doesn't seem to know what healing is. Last target goes into overload heavy attack mode, catches a spec bow into a javelin, and he's gone. Now last guy here, we've already killed him at least once, maybe even twice. He's going to go ahead and try to run. He doesn't want to be part of this, and you know what? I decide that why not let him get away? Let him tell his story. And if you check the rocks there, we got a few fellas watching. Hope they're enjoying the show. Moving on into our second clip here, a few of you who have been watching the channel for a while might be able to tell something is amiss pretty quickly here, and yes, it is true. The Queen and I are having a bit of a lover's quarrel at the moment, and we've decided it's best to put some space in between the two of us for the foreseeable future, and I'm going to be playing on blue for a little while instead of yellow. Naturally, though, I want to see what yellow is packing, because I never really had the chance before, so we're going to go ahead and poke them in the back, but when we catch a lot of aggro here, pop the sword and ward ult, almost get this guy, but I should have done the combo backwards there. If you noticed, he was low health, I stunned him, I should have just spec-bowed him to see if that killed him. I might have secured the kill there, but sadly, I wasted my time there, lost my ultimate, now I have to get out of there, skedaddle, scram, get out of there, lickety-split, turn around, see who is following us. We have two very brave gamers, but Bravery does not always equal brightness. Catches a big javelin there into a spec bow, and he is gone. Last guy, unbuffed, light attacks only, no big deal. Toss him a quick javelin, a couple of crushing shocks, a 1, a 2, a 3, spec bow for you, and he is gone. Now we're going to go ahead and go back on down to the mile gate because I've got an adrenaline rush right now. I just killed a couple of guys. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling egotistical. I'm ready to send a hate whisper. So we're going to go ahead and go back on here down to the mile gate, poke them back again in the rear here, see if we can get the attention of a couple of yellows, couple of, what do they call them? Bananas? I don't know. Anyway, a handful of guys look at us. I don't really like how many are looking at me. I get a little bit shy. Pop the sword and board ult, start running, see if anybody chases me. Now I see one of the guys I killed earlier is running around here. That means he caught a res, means there's a Nightblade in stealth most likely somewhere because I don't see anybody else over here. So I gotta be ready. There's the Nightblade. Catches me, dodge into the tree to stay behind the tree but also avoid his follow-up, stay alive there, heal through it. Now we know there's about 4 to 5 people here chasing us. I'm gonna get a little bit of distance here again just to get some more space between us and the main bulk of the group so I have a little bit of a smaller fight and keep it that way. And I'm going to go ahead and put a lot of pressure into this guy, almost kill him when I do realize that there is a healer that has broken off from the main group to help this ragtag bunch of warriors defeat the big bad Kuro because I guess I deserve it. And they're going to do a very, very good job of keeping this group alive. So I'm going to have to be very efficient with my delivery of burst to try to just bring someone down from full health to no health as fast as possible. Otherwise, the healer is going to make things very, very difficult. Now, at this point, I decide to try out the old speed trick because I think the healer is moving pretty slow. If I can get some distance between me and the group and the fast players, again, get closer to me before the healer catches up, maybe I can kill them, but they're all going to stay around the healer nice and tight. A couple hiding in stealth here, so I have to turn around. I don't want to let them go because I do want to kill them. Almost catch this guy when the Nightblade again pops out of stealth to heal. So this group's got a lot of cross healing. I don't like that very much, but it makes a lot of sense. They're doing a great job keeping each other alive. So again, here I have to make sure that I have very, very tight combos if I want to kill anybody in this group. Now, the best way to do that, of course, is obviously going to be with our ultimate. I have a meteor here, which I can combo pretty well on this build, but I'm going to have to wait for the best opportunity to do so. So I'm kiting, again, making sure to keep some good distance here, because the further I can draw them away from the healer, the easier it's going to be to kill them. As you can see, we're getting really close to killing somebody, but we do have 2 people that are just making their entire life's purpose to be about keeping these players alive. Notice that this guy is hiding behind a tree. I have my ultimate, go ahead and toss it at him, into the javelin, into the spec bow, bring him on down. That is our first kill here, and now we just need to make sure the body stays down. I know there's a Nightblade behind me, check and make sure he's not rezzing. He's getting a little close there, so put a little pressure into him, make sure he knows it's not allowed. Buddy. Put a little bit more damage here into the 300 CP, who, again, he is being babysat very efficiently by both the healer and the invisible Nightblade in stealth, and he is going to make a fatal flaw here, a fatal mistake, and he is going to streak away from the healer, thinking he is safer the further away he is. That is incorrect. I'm going to chase him down like a rabid dog, and I am going to throw as many damage abilities as I can at him until he stops moving. Now I'm going to turn around, check that first body, see if it's still down. Looks like he actually either respawned or got a revive. I don't know. Anyway, turn around, healer's trying to get him back up. Don't like that very much. Interrupt him there. Spec bow, Nightblade coming out of stealth to heal, but I'm just going to focus on the healer because if the healer's gone, I can finish the Nightblade easy. Here comes the big ol' meteor into the stun, into the double spec bow, bringing him on down. Now we're going to go ahead and chase that Nightblade who already knows it is time to leave, and we never see him again. Gone with the wind, as if he never even existed in the first place, and that's the end of the second fight. Now, into the third and final fight, we're starting off with a duel that I'm having here with what I believe is a pure sorcerer, which is really cool, love to see it, but unfortunately these other yellows don't believe in fun, and they decide to jump me instead. A lot of range damage coming in, so we're gonna pack up here. We're going to put our buffs down and start poking the group. Now a yellow's going to come out of stealth here, accidentally intercept that spec bow meant for someone else, catch him with a javelin, toss him another spec bow. Go ahead and put him down, just get him out of the situation here. Move on into the group with the sword and board ults up, catch a very squishy gamer here, interrupt him with the crushing shock into another one, brings him on down into the third gamer. He's very, very tanky, has a lot of health, a lot of armor, doesn't die very much, and we're taking a lot of damage. So I'm going to go ahead and back the heck up, get some breathing room here. Get my buffs up back to high health, so we're going to turn around, re-engage in the group. We see someone getting res back there, so we're going to focus on the gamers that are in our face. Catch this guy with that big fat javelin spec bow combo. 16k, that is going to be generational trauma. Unfortunately, we get almost eviscerated by a Nightblade from stealth there, but we're going to go ahead and stick it out here. Hold block as much as I can behind the trees, get the buffs down, pop the sword and board ult. Now here I try to go for a tripod, accidentally hit the detect pod. I'm very upset at this moment. I said some mild profanities, but it's okay because the group decided they did not want to commit too hard to this kill. So now I am once again on the pursuit. We're going to go ahead and hit these guys in the back. This guy is still hanging out at about half health, so we're going to go ahead and focus on them because I want to finish them off. They're just sitting there. They're dangling that meat in front of my face, and I want it so bad. I'm like a rabid animal. I smell it. I smell the blood in the water. I'm like a shark. I'm like a shark. Anyway, I see the guy's got a big shield, so we're just going to go ahead and wait that out real quick. Rebuff, there it goes. So we're going to go ahead and get behind this tree, put down all of our buffs, get our healing up so we have a nice high health pool here, come around this tree, keep between us and the bad guys. Spec bow, javelin, spec bow, execute, and the deed is done. Now this guy seems to be done with the fight. He's AFK, so I'm just going to go ahead and hand him his participation trophy, otherwise known as death. I hope you enjoy it. Put it on your mantle, whatever you need to do. Follow this guy here. He's at 19k HP. He's going to try to run away, but he's not going to be fast enough. Catches that spec bow right between the teeth, and he's dead. Now, last guy, he's going to fight valiantly, but sometimes just having the balls to fight isn't going to save you in the end because you're fat and mean. I got that old javelin spec bow combo there, partner, and it's glorious, honestly. I feel like ZeniMax knew exactly the kind of playstyle I wanted, so they made sure I could do it with subclassing. It's like they did it just for me. Oh my god, I love it. Anyway, back over here to the outpost. We're going to look for anyone else that's here because I want to keep fighting. And of course, that most of that group's going to come back on out here for round 2. And we see the warden before that decided to just turn their brain off mid-fight earlier, and this time they are actually participating in the fight. Very cool. Love to see it. We got the warden, there's a sork, there's a tank, and there's something else in there. We're going to get some distance here. We're going to get up on top of this rock, rebuff, see the targets here, see what we're dealing with. There's the guy with 19k HP. I don't know which one of your friends told you it was a good idea to come out here like that, but they were lying to you. You should maybe reevaluate the friendship. Either way, though, maybe just a PvE you're just trying to get rewards, and I don't want to judge too much. I just hope everyone's having fun. Anything I say in these videos is just for entertainment value, so I hope no one gets offended if they see this stuff. Anyway, moving on to the next target here, we got a Sorkin. Go ahead and debuff him there. Javelin, spec bow, lots of damage. He's going to heal through it, but this next spec bow is going to rip him a new one with 14k, just about there damage. And then now on to the warden that went AFK last time. We're going to actually fight him straight up this time, but he's not ready for the damage we're bringing to the table, catching all the pressure there. A couple of spec bows, executes. Here comes another spec bow into a crushing shock, javelin, crushing shock, execute, bring him on down. Last one is the tank, and of course, we know this tank. We just killed them a minute ago. They don't have any damage, they don't have any healing, so it's just a matter of time until they're done so. But they do have a lot of health, they do have a lot of armor, so we're going to have to whittle it on down here with the meteor, javelin, spec bow, spec bow. Good dodge there, staying alive, and I'm out of resources too, so we're just going to have to sit here, rip a heavy, and then toss a little execute spec bow at him, finish the job. And with that, we come to the end of the video. Thank you for checking this out. I enjoyed having a little bit of fun with you guys. I haven't done one of these commentary videos in a long time, but I always enjoy doing them. If you want to see more of them, let me know. If you want to see some of the clips like this live, why not come on over to twitch.tv/KingKuroTV, where I play this game and a bunch of other stuff. I'm primarily a variety streamer, but I do stream ESO from time to time, so feel free to come hang out, join the community. Got a Discord too, whatever you want to do, or you can just hang out, watch the videos, drop a like, drop a comment, interact, or not. Really up to you. Thank you for being here either way. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.